Are you a literature lover? Are you tired of reading literature that does not resonate with our time? Do you have questions about literature? If so, welcome to the podcast, My Two Cents Worth, with Odelia Wakesho Mombori, the platform that discusses literature in relation to our times. I am uniquely Kenyan and relevantly African, hence my focus, African literature. This is a preamble on the series, The Contemporary African Male Literary Writing. Please listen till the end. You will definitely have food for thought. Let us sail in. Chinua Achebe puts it, contradictions, if well understood and managed, can spark off the fires of invention. Orthodoxy, whether of the right or of the left, is the graveyard of creativity. End quote. This basically gives us a summation of how we need to view the series Contemporary African Male Literary Writing. To set ground on how the series will be, I have opted to give a preamble in form of leading questions and answers that are objectively structured in order to give us a hint from the outside looking in. Here we go. The first question: what is contemporary African male literary writing? And what is it all about, by the way? Contemporary African male literary writing is all about the literature discourse of the 21st century Africa written by the male gender. The series targets to be about rekindling the boy-child conversations that have long been muted. It's high time. It's high time we unmute these conversations. Second question: what is it about the hashtag Let's Talk About the Men? Quite straightforward, right? The hashtag Let's Talk About the Men aims to address the idealistic perspective parallel to the realistic of what, why, how the male gender approaches various topical concerns on questions of our age. Kindly note, the questions of our age will not be primarily male-based, but a general societal view. Third question. This is for the literature lovers. How effective will the issues be relayed, and with what literary motive? Such a good question. The effectiveness of the series will be dependent on how the audience perceives various concerns as highlighted from the male's mouthpiece through the literary works. This is to say, I will do a textual analysis of various literary works written by men, please know that, either poetry, drama, prose, name them all, in order to uncover themes addressed and reposition them as conversation starters. The literary motive will therefore be textual based approach. Okay, last but not least, we all may ask this, right? Will the series be taking us through the typical feminist or meninist talks? Okay, let me put this straight. I don't want to get involve myself in the continual gender war stuff. Therefore, the series will begin to not exceed such gender lines and actually offer interactive yet reflective views on how best our African literature mirrors the today's society, thus bridging in any literary gap in knowledge that may have been overlooked or overlapped. I'll stand to be corrected by my literature lovers. To reiterate Chinua Achebe's words, contradictions, if well understood and managed, can spark off the fires of invention. I must admit, the series Contemporary African Male Literary Writing is a contradiction on its own. However, it will solely ensure that the literary audience understands in order to avoid limited knowledge that confines us within the walls of ignorance, hence having redundant conversations that are copy-pasted year in, year out. Let me just say, I'm tired of the copy-pasted ideas that come out in African literature materials. It's high time we... You know what I mean. Get ready to go through the series with me. Needless to say, an orthodoxy and contradictions spark ideas rather than pinning them down. A kind of literary discussion that opens up conversations rather than finishing them. Take note of that. That's all I have for you today. Kindly subscribe and share this podcast with your family and friends. Thank you and see you next time. Bye.